Now we come to scenes we'd like to see, so if everyone can make their way over to the performance area. I'll read out this week's topics, then we'll see what our panellists can come up with. OK, here we go. The first subject is things you didn't hear during the election.
The truth!
And representing the Conservatives, Theresa May.
I promise to deliver a hard Brexit, unless you're not in, and then I'll leave it with your neighbour, which is Europe. I haven't thought that through.
The Scottish people have spoken. Did anyone understand what they were saying?
Here at the BBC, we need balance. Jeremy Corbyn shit.
So the polls have closed. Untie Boris.
Please welcome this month's Gay Times cover star, Tim Farron.
I am the returning officer, and it's great to be back.
I do not make U-turns, but more importantly, I do make U-turns.
Hello and welcome to the Take Me Out All Night election special. Let the ballot see the box.
Would you press the red button? Mr. Corbyn, would you press the red button? We've been stuck in this lift for 20 minutes.
Taxes will be so low if you vote for me, Jimmy Carr.
This is my pledge. Get your own furniture polished.
I've got a great plan to save the NHS. First, we leave the EU. Then, we use the extra 350... Huh? Can I interest anyone in a free bus?
Hello and welcome to Newsnight. Theresa May, Jeremy Corbyn, Tim Farron. Shag, marry, kill.
I am the returning officer.
Yes, OK, Jeremy Corbyn may have Stormzy, but I have Gary Barlow. Take that!
I'm going to create so much new housing, a series of one-room flats with an amazing view of London. Also, unrelated, I'm closing the London Eye.
One person in this election has consistently brought up green things. Me, Caroline Mucus.
So it looks like the Tory majority is going to be exactly the same as it was. What a fucking waste of time that was.
OK, next topic is unlikely lines from a cosmetics commercial.
Are you an older woman struggling with her facial hair? Try Gillette, the best a nan can get.
Would you like lashes with more volume? Lashes!
You don't need lip liner or eyeliner with our new bin liner.
What goes into our true naked, infallible moisture, crushing nature, colour palette body moisturiser? A selection of random words that mean fuck all.
What's my secret for smooth skin? I'm 20.
Is your hair out of control? Do you wear wacky shirts? Well, hey, you're great just how you are.
You want fuller, rounder lips? I recommend a nut allergy.
Are you tired of missing out on the opportunities that your peers get? Try White Privilege Foundation.
Here comes the science. Global warming is real. None of this matters.
We in the German city of Cologne have a fragrance called Birmingham.
This apricot scrub removes the surface layers to leave you with the smoothest, most rejuvenated apricot you have ever seen.
And for one last time, it's me, the returning officer.
This product makes your eyelashes look really big by shrinking your eyeballs.
Want that football hooligan a broad look? Why not try oil of ole, 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 ole?
Sorry, has anyone seen The Returning Officer?
Any messages?
Our new powder gives you the confidence to hit the town. Cocaine!
Okay, at the end of that round, the points go to Milton, Hugh and Angela. The first subject is things you wouldn't hear in a nature show.
Well, that was a sticky moment. Last time I tickle a sperm whale.
It's been said that male cows don't defecate, but as you can see, that's bullshit.
The best way to tell the difference between an Indian and an African elephant is that one of them is an elephant.
Hello, I'm not an elephant.
Told you.
The baboon is one of the most sophisticated primates. Would you look at the arse on that?
And the reason why geese fly in a V formation is to act as chevrons for airplanes.
Coming up, a couple of rhinos banging and some monkeys finger blasting each other on extremely blue planets.
And what a magnificent scene. The monkey is lifting the lion cub towards the sun and I'm being removed from the theatre for talking.
Dawn rises on the Serengeti. Dawn has no idea how she got there.
The gibbon is widely considered to be the most frequent masturbator in the entire animal kingdom. We'll see about that.
Hello, mates! I'm Daddy Dyer, and welcome to Britain's longest dogs.
The camel can walk across the sand because of its toes, or, as scientists call them, fanny outlines.
And here we have a tiger happily eating Frosties. Tonight's episode is dedicated to the memory of our cameraman, Charles Frosties.
And here we see two majestic birds of prey, or nuns, as they're also called.
Here we have a woodchuck, also known as a groundhog, prompting the question, how much ground could a groundhog hog if a groundhog could hog ground?
As the three lions circle the female, we ask, when will footballers learn that no means no?
The crab scuttles into view. I should have used the special shampoo again.
And today we'll be talking about one of the largest land mammals to ever walk the earth. Your mum.
Okay, the next topic is unlikely chat-up lines.
No, should have gone to Specsavers.
My name's Ed. What's it short for? Dunno, it's just always been like that.
You had me at hello, which is why most of my friends think I'm a bit of a slag.
Your father must have been a thief, and I'm going to catch him if it's the last thing I do. Your father's got a present.
It's a loyalty card. Every 10 shags, I buy you a present.
Hey, are you a parking ticket? Because I picked you up on the street and now I can't afford to pay you.
Love is blind, and so am I. Now let me feel your face so I know you're not a munter.
I'd say my approach to sex is a lot like the government's approach to Brexit. I go in hard and then pull out when I realise I have no idea what I'm doing.
Oh, so when you sit there seductively licking your lips, that's sexy. But when I do it, I'm weird and should get off your lips.
You look like $1 million. Less impressive than you would have done 10 years ago.
I like my men like I like women.
Hey, girl, you must be tired, because you look real tired. Get some rest, lady.
Well, I hope you're nothing like my ex-girlfriend. She was so demanding. Always asked me to text her when I got in. That's how small my penis is.
So do you come here often? To this STD clinic?
If I could rearrange the alphabet, I'd put you and I together, which is why I was fired from my job as an English teacher.
Roses are red, violets are red, you're red, the sky is red, I'm bleeding in the eyes.
You've got an arse that just won't quit, despite calling an election and losing a majority.
You don't look like you did through the binoculars.
If I said you had a nice body, would you hold it against me? While I cry on your shoulder, I'm so lonely, God, I'm so lonely.
On a first date, I always like to go Dutch. I don't mean I split the bill, but I'll do some really kinky stuff in clogs.
I like my women like I like my coffee. Always getting my name wrong.
If you were on an Indian menu, you would have 3 chilies next to you, because you make me shit myself.
At the end of the round, the point is going to eggs out in dish. The first subject is unlikely things to hear on the radio.
And this week, an unlikely entry at number 10. It's the DUP.
Well, I had a curry last night, so I'd imagine it's going to be an absolute nightmare. And that's the end of the shitting forecast.
And next, the last night of the proms, although they do say that every year, so I'm calling it bullshit.
Oh, me hip. Isn't it cold? Aren't the police younger than they used to be? You're listening to Sounds of the 70s.
Tonight on Drive Time, I'm on a lovely one. Beautiful tarmac.
In traffic news, we're hearing of a nasty helicopter crash on the M4. Let's go over to our eye in the sky, Mark. Mark?
Welcome to Drive Time with me, Richard Hammond, and now...
And today on Women's Hour, we are not going to discuss the menopause. Only kidding. Is it me or is it hot in here? I don't know whether to laugh or cry.
Well, until tomorrow morning, this is John Humphreys saying, "Shut it, mofo, I will wreck you."
Later, we'll be talking about the new craze of taking ecstasy, then having sex on your back. Coming up whilst coming up. That's coming up.
3 dads, but who will get the kidney transplant? Welcome to Pick of the Pops.
And now the paper review. A4 still smashing it.
Here are the headlines. A lorry has just reversed into the studio.
You're listening to Radio 3. Ooh, someone's got ideas above their station.
And we interrupt Gardener's question time, not for any particular reason. We just thought you might be bored.
And now on LBC, some soothing whale music. Nah, just kidding. It's people shouting at each other.
And now the shipping news. Your parcel has been dispatched.
Well, it's time for requests now on Hospital Radio. Jeff in Ward 3 says, "Can you shut the fuck up? I'm trying to get some sleep."
OK, the next topic is bad things to hear during a medical exam.
Now, you may feel a little prick, so no change there, eh, Jeremy Hunt?
Could you just urinate into this cup, please? It's the one the annoying receptionist uses.
And if you just pop your clothes off, sit down there with everyone else, and the doctor should see you in about half an hour.
Mr. Jones, I'm going to need you to have more fibre in your diet because my hand's completely stuck.
Unfortunately, due to NHS cutbacks, I'm afraid we're going to have your diabetes seen to by our new consultant, Dr. Pepper.
And if I can just insert this end of the camera into your colon, and that should hold it steady while I take a selfie.
I have seen some cervixes in my time, but yours is a belter.
Would you mind if a student sits in? He's a geography student, never seen boobs before.
I'm happy to be able to tell you that that unsightly lump on your breast is Callum Best.
Hello, John. Thank you very much for coming on Embarrassing Bodies. Now, if you could just... Whoa, what the fuck is that?
Well, the test results are back. I failed. I'm not a qualified doctor.
Well, the bad news is you're going to have to take one of these tablets every day for the rest of your life. The really bad news is I'm only giving you 3.
I'm afraid to say you've only got about 4 weeks left. I'm really sorry, Teresa.
First, I am going to insert my finger in your rectum. Is this your card?
OK, so we got your urine sample in. I thought it was quite citrusy with a hint of mango.
So sorry, I think I've run out of latex gloves. Do you mind if I use this one that I got when I was in the audience at Gladiators?
OK, I'm just going to test your reflexes. Release the leopard!
So just spread your legs for me. I'm aware you came in for a sore throat, but it all joins up, doesn't it?
At the end of that round, the points go to Gary, Hugh and Angela. The first subject is unlikely things to hear on a history documentary.
Here we are at Warwick Castle, home of one of the biggest scandals in British history. £4 for a pencil sharpener.
It was a wooden horse. The soldiers of Troy had been deceived. They would never bet on the Grand National again.
So it turns out that Henry VIII is actually some kind of medieval Hoover.
Here's an easy way to remember Henry VIII's wives. Divorced, beheaded, munter, fit, MILF.
Henry VIII divorced her, dried her, and kept her in a tiny jar. It was a fitting end for Catherine of Tarragon.
And if you want to see what this place looked like 200 years ago, then you probably voted leave.
The story of his marriage is simple. Julius Caesar, Julius marries her, Julius dumps her.
In 2068, the UK was allowed to rejoin the EU on condition that it changed its name to Very Sorry Land.
And as we unearth this skeleton, what becomes clear and what we have learned is that I should have found a deeper hole to bury my wife.
Martin Luther King had a dream about being naked and riding a camel made of ice cream, but we don't hear much about that dream, do we?
What was life like for a typical Roman soldier around 200 BC? No fucking idea.
How are your parents? Shouted Cromwell across the battlefield. And the king replied, they're very well, thank you. Isn't the weather nice for this time of year? It was civil war.
Oi, oi, you slags! History, history, history! My name's Danny Dyer, and this is Britain's oldest bricks.
They called him Edward the Confessor, but he was not as popular as his brother Steve the What Goes on Tour Stays on Tour.
They ravaged the land, taking over vast areas with the catchphrase, if anyone can, Genghis Khan.
As they ceased to exist over 200 years ago, it was impossible to know what Southern Rail was until yesterday when one of their trains finally arrived.
OK, the next topic is unlikely film trailers.
From acclaimed director Ridley Scott, Alien 7. It's just fucking ruined now.
Nigel Farage buys a guest house in Spain. How will the locals react? Find out in Casablanca.
Katie Hopkins meets up with 7 of her friends in The Hateful Eight.
God, I wish you'd become a lawyer. Nish Kumar stars in The Mummy.
He was a man. She was a woman. To cut a long story short, the end.
Vin Diesel stars as a man angry about premature ejaculation in Fast and Furious.
A woman with a past. A cop with a secret. A plumber with a shoe. A dog with a cold. A hairdresser with a Rubik's Cube. Coming this summer, random things with stuff.
Theresa May's up to her old tricks again in The Matrix.
Thor, Iron Man and the Hulk visit IKEA in Avengers Assemble.
Russell Crowe stars as a man who devours his wife and is then really pleased with himself in Gladiator.
This is the story of the last man in Nazi Europe with a foolscap folder. Saving Private Ryman.
A documentary about the losing of the Tory majority. Gone in 60 seconds.
A woman calls an election and then disappears from her own campaign in Wonder Where the Fuck She Went, Woman.